Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever. The period we're in, still Christmas, in fact during the octave, every day is still Christmas Day, despite what the world thinks, is also curious liturgically. Immediately after Christmas Day, we celebrate the feast of St. Stephen, the first martyr. Then on the 28th of December, the feast of the Holy Innocents, those babies murdered by the tyrant King Herod in his demonic desire to kill the baby Jesus. The paradox of death and life is always present in the Christian journey. Christ himself was born to die so that we might live, surely the ultimate paradox. For those of us in the English-speaking world, we also celebrate on the 29th of December, the day I'm recording this, the feast of another martyr, and in England it is a feast because he's the patron of the secular clergy, St. Thomas Becket, or as he used to be known, St. Thomas à Becket, martyred in his Cathedral of Canterbury, where he was the Archbishop, on this very day in the Christmas Octave. This act of sacrilege shocked the entire Christian world at the time. His murder was also because of the vengeance and tyranny of another king, this time Henry II of England, because his former friend Thomas, on becoming the Archbishop of Canterbury, knew there was only one king that he could truly serve. St. Thomas, canonized just 3 years after his martyrdom, died in defense of the rights of the Church against the control of the state, which makes him a very important figure for the days we're living through. His shrine at Canterbury quickly became one of the most important medieval pilgrimage sites, rivaling even Jerusalem and Santiago de Compostela. In time, another tyrant, Henry, this time the Eighth, would destroy the shrine of St. Thomas of Canterbury, as he sought to gain the supreme authority in the Church and place his earthly kingship above that of the Pope appointed by Christ. St. Thomas Becket, along with the other great English martyrs of the time of Henry VIII, St. Thomas More and St. John Fisher, stands out as the great champion of the freedom of the Church to be the Church and never have the state supersede its authority, which is precisely why Henry VIII had such a passionate hatred for St. Thomas, because he was, as it were, a heavenly reprimand to all that the usurper Henry was doing. Preaching centuries later for St. Thomas's feast, the great convert to the faith, Monsignor Ronald Knox, remarked that the reason Thomas Becket is not honoured by the state in England is because he will always represent the defiance of the Church of the civil power. That's why, as I said, this saint from nearly 1,000 years ago does not diminish with the ages, but grows in importance and greatness. Knox, in that homily, also warned that a time of persecution was coming again for English Catholics. Today I think he would include all the faithful Christians of the West. He thought then, he preached the sermon in 1912, that it would not be initially a bodily persecution, but a persecution of, in his words, the deadly weapons of contempt, criticism, ridicule, protest, oblivion. One might call those words prophetic. He added that, when the crisis comes, or more probable, in the slow course of time during which our faith will be gradually put to the test, we shall need the prayers of St. Thomas to help us in holding fast to that which we have. That time is upon us. But it should not bring with it fear or gloom. We have a treasure worth selling everything for, a pearl of great price. Killed at Christmas, the greatness and witness of St. Thomas brought the tyrant who killed him to do public penance at his shrine just a few years later. Holding fast to that which we have, our faith, is the true paradox of Christmas. It's the greatest gift, and the gift worth dying for, because it brings eternal life. Brethren, rejoice, be perfected, be comforted, be of the same mind, be at peace, and the God of peace and love will be with you.